Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the third edition of the QuickFire Quiz. Thank you to everybody who's returning, and welcome to those of you who are new playing today. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mr. Chapman. I'm a primary school teacher, and I also like running quizzes. This is our 10 a.m. daily quiz of 10 questions, which should take no longer than just 10 minutes of your time. If you've looked at some of the other quizzes, you'll see that some questions I ask are to do with the curriculum and other questions, well, they're just here for fun. So hopefully by now you've got a pen and paper at the ready, or you can write your answers down on a tablet. So let's see what we have in store today. Question 1 is about apostrophes. So the sweets belong to the teacher. In that case, what word goes into the gap below with the correct punctuation? If the sweets belong to the teacher, they are the sweets. Make sure you use the correct punctuation. Oh, they do look very tasty, those sweets, don't they? Very fizzy. So what word goes in the gap? Question 2 is a maths question today, addition. Solve 347, add 97. 347, add 97. Now, which strategy is the best for this? You might have a written method that you want to try now. You might have a mental method that you'd like to try. If you're sitting there and you're really unsure, don't worry, I'll go through a method at the end of the quiz. Just because they're larger numbers doesn't mean it's any trickier. I'll give you just a few more seconds on that because you're probably showing some working out. Right, let's move on to question 3. Disney. Which Disney character has a nose that grows longer every time he tells a lie? So when he's told a porky pie, which Disney character has a nose that grows longer? It's never good to tell porky pies. But who knows the name of that character? Question 4 is a science question. The Earth is divided into its northern and southern hemispheres by what? The Earth is divided into its northern and southern hemispheres by what? So have a think about what might go round the middle of the Earth. What's its name? Remember, we learnt in a quiz earlier on this week that the moon orbits the Earth and it takes 28 days. Question 5. Who was the first British man to sail around the world? Who was the first British man to sail around the world? A famous explorer. There's a little bit of a clue here with the picture. This is the ship that he sailed around the world on. Very different to the ships that we see today, that's for sure. What was his name? And well done, you're halfway through the quiz, 50% through. Question 6 then. We've got another maths question for you. This is a bit trickier one, but give it a go. And if you're unsure, I'll go through it with you at the end. What is 0.75 as a fraction in its simplest terms or its simplest form? What is 0.75 as a fraction in its simplest terms? Fractions, decimals, and percentages are really linked with each other. Once you've got the methods, They become quite simple. If you've got this one already, well done. If you haven't, don't worry. Question 7 then today. Music. Which female singer released a hit song in 2019 called Sweet But Psycho? Which female singer released a hit song in 2019 called Sweet But Psycho? This is not a song that Mr. Chapman is very familiar with. I'm sure you know it at home though. Question 8, flags. So we learnt about the continent Europe, and Spain is in Europe, but which two colours make up the flag of Spain? Which two colours make up the flag of Spain? Question 9. What are molars, incisors, and canines types of? What are molars, incisors, and canines types of? There might be a little bit of a clue in the picture. And the last question of our quiz today, question 10. Ha! Look at that picture of that doggy. What type of food is eaten on Shrove Tuesday? So this is an RE question. What type of food is eaten on Shrove Tuesday? Very tasty. Lots of different toppings to be had. I'll tell you what my favourite topping is later on. And so you've done the 10 questions for today. So, well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. I'll go through the answers in a moment. But before we do that, in yesterday's quiz, we looked at invertebrates and we realised that they are animals that don't have a spine. So, you've got 30 seconds to write down or call out as many different invertebrates as you can think of. Are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Are you sure you're ready? Okay. Go. That's 10 seconds gone. Ten seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pens down. Okay, let's have a look to see if you got any of the same invertebrates that are on my list. There's lots on here. Ant, termite, bee, wasp, beetle, cockroach, moth, butterfly, cocoon, caterpillar, cricket, grasshopper, praying mantis, scorpion, centipede, dragonfly, fly, mosquito, ladybug, spiders, slugs, snails, worms, starfish, mussel, crab, lobster, octopus, squid, jellyfish, as we saw in the picture yesterday. Lots and lots of examples. Perhaps later on today you could make up a similar poster of vertebrates. So that's something that you could have a think about later. Right, let's go through our answers for today. Let's see how we got on. The sweets belong to the teacher, so they are the teacher's sweets. So our apostrophe needs to go between the R and the S on teachers. Question 2, solve 347, add 97. So there's different strategies that you could use. A written method, you might want to use column addition. But as we've got a 3-digit and a 2-digit, make sure you put the numbers in the correct columns. However, there's a really good mental maths trick here. 97 is near 100. So what you could just do is round 97 up to 100 by adding 3. And then do 347 add 100, which is really easy to do in your head. It takes you up to 447. Then you take away the 3 that you added to make 444. So you could practice this with some other questions. You could do 525 add 99. You could do 652 add 98. You could do 126 add 96. Or you could get yourself some dice out and make your own numbers. If you got that one right, really well done. Question 3, which Disney character has a nose that grows longer every time he tells a lie? It's Pinocchio. Well done. The Earth is divided into northern and southern hemispheres by the equator. So it's an imaginary halfway line between the north and the south poles. The closer a country is to the equator, the warmer it is. And that's why you can see it goes through South America and Africa and through Australasia as well. There are also 2 other imaginary lines that go around the Earth. One's called the Tropic of Cancer and one's called the Tropic of Capricorn. The first British man to sail around the world was Sir Francis Drake. So he carried out the second circumnavigation of the world, but he was the first British person to do it in the 16th century, 1577 to 1580. And the ship that we saw earlier on was called the Golden Hind. Sir Francis Drake was a really famous explorer. Question 6, a tricky maths one, but the method is fairly simple. So let me go through it with you. What is 0.75 as a fraction in its simplest terms? So we've got a 2 decimal place number here, 0.75. We can turn that into a fraction by putting it as a fraction over 100, as you can see, 75 over 100. Then what you need to do to get it in its simplest terms is find out a common denominator, find out something that fits into the numerator and the denominator. You can do it in small steps or one big step. But whatever goes into the top number must go into the bottom number. So, for example, in this one, 25 fits into 75 and 100. So 25, 50, 75, 3 times. 25, 50, 75, 100, 4 times. So we've got 3 over 4 or 3/4. If you didn't spot that 25s fitted into each number, you could have done it in 5s. So how many 5s go into 75? That's 15. And how many 5s go into 100? That's 20. So that gives us 15 over 20. You just need to then look for a number that goes into both of those numbers again, which is 5. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. And again, we get 3 over 4. Why don't you try practicing that with different numbers to 2 decimal places? Again, well done if you got that one correct. Question 7, Sweet But Psycho was a song by Ava Max. I promise I'll go and have a listen to it. Question 8, which 2 colours make up the flag of Spain? It does have an emblem on the front, but mainly it's red and yellow. Question 9, what are molars, incisors and canines types of? They're teeth. So molars are at the back, they help you to grind food, okay? Herbivores have lots of molars. Incisors, if you look into how you spell incisors, it's a little bit like scissors, and they help to cut food. And then the canines at the front, dogs have canines, they're used for ripping and tearing food. Our last question, number 10, what type of food is eaten on Shrove Tuesday? Pancakes. Shrove Tuesday is the day before Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent, where Christians give up things that they enjoy. I have lots of different things on pancakes. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist. I like sugar and lemon juice, but people have things on it now like chocolate spread and marshmallows, each to their own. So, how did you get on today? If you got 8, 9 or 10, that's absolutely amazing. If you got a few less than that, it doesn't matter. Maybe go back and practice some of those skills again. My daily challenge is, can you come back the next day and beat your score tomorrow? Invite your friends, see if they want to take part as well. What you need to do, but you need to ask mums, dads, grandparents or carers, can you subscribe to the channel? And what that will do, it will tell you every time a new video comes live and you can come and have a go at it. So, well done today. And all that remains for me to do is to say, class dismissed. Goodbye, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow.